Welcome back to the AAA MF YouTube channel. Today we are in the most magnificent place in the world. We are in Canada and we are driving from West Vancouver to Whistler on Sea to Sky Highway, which is one of the most scenic routes in the world, and we are in one of the most fun sports cars ever made. This is the 987 Spyder, which was the generation previous to the one I used to own, the 981. But this one is very special because this one is super light. It only weighs 1,285 kilogram. It's got aluminium doors, it's got an aluminium roof, and the car that we've got here today, come and have a look, has the delete for aircon and radio. So it's got no radio, so all you can hear when you're driving is me singing the Backstreet Boys, and you've got no aircon. So it's extremely light, and it's also got these carbon backed bucket seats with beautiful Porsche exclusive cloth in the center, which actually looks really nice. Obviously it's got the Alcantara steering wheel and gear knob, and the roof on this is super light. So this came in at 1285, which is the lightest Porsche they've made since 2010. This was only 2 years. It's got 320 brake horsepower from a 3.4 litre flat six engine, and this one is really beautiful because it's in aqua blue. I haven't seen an aqua blue car in the UK, but I have seen it on a 3.8 RS, but not on a 987 Spyder. And this one has, as you notice, the yellow calipers, which means it's got ceramic brakes on it. So we're going to take it for a drive, and we're going to show you some of the most beautiful scenery you've ever seen in your life, and then we're going to talk a little bit about this car on the way. Come and join us. We're inside the 987 Spyder. We've put the roof up so that you can hear me talking. So as you know, if you follow the channel, I used to own a 981 Spyder. I had that for a year and a half, and my brother and I just bought the 718 Spyder with the PDK gearbox. So I'm in quite a good position to tell you how this model, the first one, compares to the later models. So this one was obviously only offered in a manual gearbox like the 981 Spyder, but this one actually came without a radio and without aircon to make this really light. And at the time the wheels were special wheels that were lighter than the GT3 RS, so Porsche did everything they could to make this car as light as possible. Now if you notice up here, this panel here for the roof is made from carbon fiber, so that's why this car comes in at only 1,285 kilograms, and you can really feel that when you're driving. It's such a lovely car to drive, very direct, and the 981 sounds really good, but you get a sense that that car is making a lot of noise through the exhaust, whereas this car, the noise comes from the engine. So I'm going to go now from 5th to 3rd to 2nd, and listen to this. All the way up to 7,000 RPM. Wow, sounds good. Sounds so good. Very different sound to the 981, like I said, but this sounds much more like an engine noise rather than exhaust noise. Now, the one thing you do notice is that this isn't as powerful as the 981, because the 981 engine is a 3.8 litre flat six engine, and this is a 3.4 litre flat six engine. This has 320 brake horsepower, so it doesn't have as much power, and you do notice that when you're putting your foot down. You do have to work through the gears more, but you definitely don't need any more power than this in a sports car. It still does 0 to 60 in just under 5 seconds, and it's very, very involving to drive. The steering is really direct, and the gearbox is really tight, and it's really, really chuckable. And I think that what happened after this model is that Porsche decided to make the cars more livable and make the roof easier, because the roof on this is a little tricky. It can be done in around, I would say, probably 1 minute. Whereas the 981 Spyder, I've done that roof in 24 seconds. So Porsche decided to make the roof easier to take on and off. Now I'm really glad we put the roof up, because TJ, show people the weather now. It's raining. Okay, so this is the most beautiful place I've actually been to in the world, but the weather is all 4 seasons in one day. You get beautiful, beautiful sunshine, and then you get rain pouring down for like about half an hour to an hour, and then it goes back to sunshine. So I'm glad we put the roof up. But this is such a lovely car, such a lovely car to drive. If you like the GT3 and GT3 RS models from Porsche, then you're gonna love this car, because it feels like a GT car in terms of the power delivery, in terms of the fun factor and the steering feel. Anyway, we're gonna let you enjoy this beautiful scenery of this amazing highway going from West Vancouver up to Whistler. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I am a massive, massive convert of this car, because my brother used to have the PDK version, which was utter rubbish. The manual box in this car is absolutely perfect, and I would say that this is one of the best sports cars, if not the best sports car I've ever driven. On that note, I'll leave you. Don't forget, if you are looking to finance a car and you live in the UK, go onto the Magnitude Finance Calculator, see what your monthly repayments are, and give them a call. Till the next time, from Vancouver, we'll see you soon.
Don't do it. It's not right.
Here, I'll be your body double. Look at how he's got it set up.
Yeah.
Go see his frame. Hi, I'm Mark. I like.
Did you know?
Yeah.
This is the best stuff to clean your car. Baby shampoo.
It is.
Let, I want to wash the car. Yes.